So today we're going to work on a solo rendition of You've Got a Friend by James Taylor and Carole King. This was voted on over at my Patreon page, where each month we do a different tutorial based on suggestions of the patrons. So check that out in the link down below, where you can also find a download of this tab. But let's go ahead and dive into You've Got a Friend. To start here, we want to make sure that we're going to play the notes with lyrics associated louder, because those are going to be the melody notes. As far as a technique, I like to use my thumb throughout this whole song just to get good articulation on the melody. Now to start, we're going to play When You're Down. We're going to play open on the C string, then 2 on the C string, and you can use your middle finger there. And then we're going to play the word down. And for down here, we're just going to move our middle finger up to 2 on the G, play our G, C, and E strings, and you can actually stop your thumb on the A string. Don't play it, but have it collide with it to stop it. And that gives us When You're Down. Now, just a moment ago, I mentioned play the lyrics louder. These all have lyrics with it. Then the next chord here, 2, 0, 0, 0, which is an A minor, which we're already playing, you want to strum softly. So I like to use sort of the side of my thumb. And the reason we're doing this softly is because there's no lyric associated to it, so it's a little filler. Then we're going to play And Troubled. And to play this, we're going to play open on the E string, 1 on the E string with the index, and then we're going to jump that 1 on the E string with the index up to 1 on the G string with the index, and our middle finger is going to cross down to 2 on the C string. We're going to play the G, C, and E strings, again stopping on the A string. So a quick tip is it works really well as you're strumming through to have that finger actually go into the E and then just stop so that it doesn't ring, because the melody note's here on the E string. But then we'll notice right after that we're going to play through the full chord, so add your ring finger on 2 of the A. Nice and quiet because it's a filler, no lyrics. Then we're going to play And You Need a Helping Hand. And to play this, we're going to play open on the A. Then we're going to play 2 on the A, and I like to use my ring finger here. And the reason for that is the next chord, for the word need, I'm going to slide that ring finger up to 3 on the A. Then I'm going to add the index finger here to 2 on the G, strum through all 4 strings. Then I'm going to play the 3 on the A again for the word And now these 2 fingers in their location, all that they have to do is both slide down 1 fret. So the index goes to 1 on the G, the ring goes to 2 on the A, and just add my middle finger here to 2 on the C and strum through all 4 strings. And that gives us the word help. And then ing for helping hand is going to be ring finger off for open A. And then for the word hand, all that I do is take my middle finger off and slide my index finger up 1 fret to 2 on the G string. I'm going to strum my G, C, and E strings, stopping on the A. Now the next thing after this is we're going to be doing what's called a harmonic. Now if you haven't played a harmonic before, I actually have a tutorial down in the description below, but we're going to use a harmonic on the 12th fret on the C, E, and A strings for a nice little fill. Quick tip with harmonics, make sure that you're just touching the string, not compressing it, just touching it, right over the fret wire. So not in between, but actually over the wire itself. And as you feel the string start to vibrate, you remove your finger. And then the last word there is going to be the word and for the end of that bar. So let's go ahead and hear all of this, the first 4 measures, including the pickup bar. And I'm going to say the words as we're playing it. So it should be something like this. When you're down and troubled and you need a helping hand. And now we go on to the next set here, which is going to be nothing. We're going to play a D minor chord, and to play this chord we can take our middle finger, place on 2 of the G, ring finger on 2 of the C, and index on 1 of the E string. Alternatively, if you're comfortable with it, we can also do the middle finger bar on the G and the C, index on 1 of the E. This one's a little bit more challenging, but both work. For now, I'll play the slightly easier one. That's going to be nuth, so I stop on the A string, and then I'm going to play the 1 on the E again for the word in. Nothin'. Then I strum through the whole chord, all 4 strings, with my thumb nice and soft, no lyric. I'm going to play the word whoa, open on the A. Then for measure 6 to start here, I'm going to play this really cool, interesting chord, and all that I have to do is take my ring finger off and move my middle finger to 2 on the C. So I have 0 on the G, 2 on the C with the middle finger, 1 on the E with the index, and open on the A. Strum through all 4 strings, and that's enough. And then for in, I'm going to play 3 on the E, and then open on the E, taking my middle and my ring and index fingers off. Open on the A, 3 on the E, and then I'm going to play 2 on the C, and I'm going to slide it up to 4 on the C. So I'm going to maintain pressure with that middle finger and slide it up, and that's for the word right. So it goes nothing is going right. Now here on measure 7, we have a little fill that's supposed to be sort of like a guitar solo, only on the ukulele. And the way that we're going to play this is take your index and bar it across 3 on the E and the A strings. We're going to play the 3 on the E, hammer on to 5 on the E. Remember, to get a good hammer-on sound, make sure you're getting right up next to that fret wire and making sure that your finger's really perpendicular to the string so that you can get a good sound. For more on hammer-ons, I've got a link down below. But I'm going to do a hammer-on, and then I'm going to play 3 on the A, and then 5 on the A with the ring, and then 3 on the A again. You see, we use that little bar there with the index so that it's ready to go on both the 3 on the E and the A. So it goes hammer on, 3 on the A, 5, 3. Then in measure 8, we're going to strum through all 4 strings that are already there, 0, 0, 3, 3. Then we're going to do 5 on the A, pull off to 3. So pull-offs, opposite of hammer-ons, you're going to start with the finger on, and when you do a pull-off to get a good sound, the trick is to not just take the finger off, but to physically pluck the string as it goes, and that's going to get you the good pull-off sound. And immediately after we do that pull-off, we're going to cross the ring finger to 5 on the E string, and then 3 on the E, 3 on the A, 3 on the E, then open on the A. Take our hand off. So that's probably the hardest part of the song. If you're really struggling with it, it's okay to just kind of hold the chord, the 0, 0, 3, 3 that whole time. But if you want to get it sounding, really nice, just practice that riff nice and slow. But here we go, measures 5, 6, 7, 8 all together should sound something like this. It goes nothing, whoa, nothing is going right. I was very slow with it, but so that you can start to hear it. Then we go on now to measure 9, and measure 9 is going to be just 2 on the G and 2 on the C. So we're going to take our ring and our middle fingers, place the middle finger here on 2 of the G, ring here on 2 of the C, strum through the G, C, and E strings, open E again, and that's close your eyes, or close your eyes, rather. And then go and think. And to do that, we're going to play open on the E again for the word and then for think, we just add our index finger here to 3 of the E string. And then we switch to our E7 chord, index finger on 1 of the G, middle finger here on 2 of the C. And we're going to then play the G, C, and E string, stopping on the A, of me. Then we're going to strum through the full E7, so add that ring finger on 2 of the A. Nice and soft, no words there. And then we're going to play the words, and soon I will be there. Now here's what's cool. Soon I will be there. Measures 11 and 12 are exactly the same as measures 3 and 4, going, need a helping hand. They are exactly the same. So once you have 3 and 4 down, 11 and 12 are the same. So let's go ahead and hear 9, 10, 11, and 12 all together. Should be something like this. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there. 2. And then we go on to measure 13 now. We're going to be playing Brighten Up. Play a D minor chord. Brighten up. Pretty straightforward. We're going to be fretting the D minor the same way we did before. Middle finger on 2 of the G, ring on 2 of the C, index on 1 of the E, or the other D minor mentioned earlier. We're going to play the G, C, and E strings for bright, just the E string for N, and then the G, C, and E for up. So it goes brighten up. No A string in that whole sequence. And then the very last chord, all through, nice and soft because there's no lyric. And then we're going to play this interesting little chord. We're going to play 2 on the C with our middle finger, open on the E and the A, and we're not going to strum the G string. So we're just going to strum 2, 0, 0, and that's going to be E, and then in, add ring finger on 3 of the E, and then open on the E, and then 2 on the C for the notes, and the words rather, even your darkest night. And then from here, it's going to do a bunch of filler. And for this filler, we're going to leave our middle finger where it is here, add our index on 1 of the E string, and our ring finger on 3 of the A, strum through all 4 strings, and then we're going to pluck our G, C, and A strings. Then we're going to go to a G7 chord, which all that we have to do there is take our ring finger, slide it down 1 fret. And then to finish this, we're going to play open on the E, U, and then the word just is 1 on the E. So here's all of measures 13, 14, 15, and 16. Should sound something like this. Should go brighten up, even your darkest night. You just. Now here we go on to measure 17, which is kind of, the main melody of the song. You just call out my name, and wherever I am, I'll come. We're going into the running. Eventually you've got a friend. But here on measure 17, to start, we're going to play just 3 on the E string. To do this, we just take our ring finger, place it on the 3rd fret of the E string. We're going to strum our G, C, and E strings for the word call. And then we're going to play out my. Now to do this, we're going to play open on the E, then take your index, play 1 on the E, and then pull off to open on the E. Little tip, it's really hard to do pull-offs on fret 1. It's the hardest place to do hammer-ons and pull-offs, I think, is fret 1. So you want to make sure when you play it, to get a good pull-off, you want to actually physically pluck the string as you go through. Have that finger pluck. And then we go on to 18. This is a really pretty little C major 7 chord. To play this, we take our middle finger, place it on the 4th fret of the G string, and our index place it on the 3rd fret of the E. And we just don't play the A string. And this is basically just an F chord moved up 2 frets. So as far as way to think about playing it, it's not that complicated. So we've played call out my name. And then what we do is we just take this F chord shape that I just mentioned. It's a C major 7 chord, but it's an F shape. And we slide it down to the F. And we play 1 and 3. 1 on the E with the index, 3 with the ring finger. And that's and you. And we go on to the word no. We add that middle finger back on for an F chord. And that's the word no. And then when we play wherever I am, we're going to play 1 on the A with the index, where, open A, ev, 3 on the E with the ring, 1 on the E with the index, I. And then to go to M, we go to a D minor chord. Same chord we've been playing throughout the song. 2, 2, 1, 0, middle finger on 2 of the G, ring finger on 2 of the C, index on 1 of the E. And so just to look at that little run here with the words name and wherever I am, it should be something like this. Name, see that's like the F chord shape, and then we slide it down. And wherever I am. The last 2 notes now of this are I'll come. And to play that, we're going to play 0, 2, 1, 0, middle finger on 2 of the C string, index on 1 of the E string, open on the A, for the word I'll. And then for the word come, I'm going to play 3 on the A string. So I'll come. And that finishes that whole stanza. So it should sound something like this. Call out my name, and you'll know wherever I am. I'll come, and then we go run, and we are right right into this next section here on measure 21. This is my favorite little part of the song. I just love slides. They're something that I really enjoy doing. In this case, we're going to play 3 on the E. We're going to strum our G, C, and E strings with our thumb. And immediately after we play the 3 on the E, we're going to slide it up to 5 on the E, and then we're going to slide it back down to 3 on the E string. A trick to do a really good slide with this is maintain the pressure and actually increase it just a tad as you're doing the slide. So you start the slide, kind of increase the pressure up to 5 and increase the pressure just a little bit more back down to 3. Not a lot, but just enough to keep that note ringing. And that's runnin'. Then we're going to play 0 on the E twice for oh yeah. And then baby is going to be 2 on the C with our middle finger. And then E is going to be open on the C. So we have runnin', oh yeah, baby. And then we're going to play to see you again. Pretty straightforward little bar. We're going to play open on the C for 2, open on the E for C, 1 on the E for you, and then open on the E for And then for again, we're just going to take our middle finger, place it here on 2 of the C. We're going to pluck just our G and our C strings, stopping on our E string for the word again. So we have to see you again. And then from here, we're going to do some filler. And that filler is going to be played off of this chord here with our middle finger still on 2C. Add the index on 1 of the E. Ring finger goes to 3 on the A. We're going to strum through our G, then our C, then our E, then our A, then our G, then our C. Nice and softly because there are no lyrics associated with it. And then we're going to play a G7 chord. Just take your ring finger, move it down 1 fret. And then open on the G and 2 on the C. All of that is filler, so we want to play it nice and soft. So let's go ahead and hear measure 21, 22, 23, and 24. Should sound something like this. Runnin', oh yeah, baby, to see you again. Now we go on to the next bar here, which is winter, spring, summer, or fall. All you got to do is call. And to start here, we're going to play open on our G, C, and E strings, omitting the A string, win, and then tur is going to be 3 on the E string, adding our ring finger. And we're going to play that again. Then we're going to play it one more time. And that's for the words winter, spring, some, and then we're going to take it off, and put it back on for or. But when we put it back on for the word or, we want to look ahead to the word fall, which you can see is that same little C major 7, that 4-0-3 chord we played before. It's like an F chord moved up. So for the word or, we're going to play that 3 on the E with our index finger. So it goes winter, spring, some, or. So you see how I kind of switch fingers there to set up now for the word fall to be right there. And then for filler there, I'm going to play open on the C and 3 on the E. And then I move down to our F chord. All you got to. Now this is a little tricky. We're going to play the F chord, and then we add the 3 on the A. Open on the A again. Then we have to depart here to do this little embellishment run for the words do is call. To play this, we're going to start on 7 on the A. Take your ring finger, play it on 7. And we're going to do a pull off down to 5, which our index finger should be on. So remember, good pull off, make sure that you're actually plucking the string to get that sound. And then we're going to slide down to 3. Sounds so good. Such a fun little line. I love these type of lines. Makes it a little challenging though. And what you do is, when you do the slide, increase the pressure a bit. Slide just to the adjacency of the fret wire. You don't want to overshoot it. And after you've done that, for the do is, we're going to go to this really pretty chord, ring finger added on the 5 of the E and middle finger added on 4 of the C. Notice how our index is still here on 3 of the A. It's an A minor 7 chord. We're going to strum through all 4 strings. So just so that you can hear that, all you got to do is call is something like, all you got to do is call, right? Do is call. Then we got a little filler chord here. It's almost the same, but we need to be playing 3 on the E instead of 5 on the E. So what we do is we take our ring finger off and we move our index finger to bar across the 3 on both the E and the A strings and strum that nice and softly. And we're going to play the word and. So that whole part on measure 25 is winter, spring, summer, or fall. All you got to do is call. Excuse me, the word is and at the end there. Now we move on to the last set of measures here, which is going to be I'll be there. And to start this line, we're going to play the F chord. Then we're going to go all the way up to 7 on the A. We can just use our pinky finger there. And then we're going to go back to that chord we just played, that little A minor 7. So middle finger on 4 of the C, ring finger on 5 of the E, and index here on 3 of the A. Strum through all 4 strings. And then we're going to go slide down and move a little bit. So our middle finger stays on the C string, goes to 2. Index finger comes up to 1 on the E, and the ring finger goes to 3 on the A. For that chord there. It's called a G7 sus4, if you're wondering. And then we've got the main part. We've got you've got a friend. And so to play this, we're going to play open on the C, then 2 on the C with the middle finger, open on the C again. And then we're going to play this little line to end the song. Take our middle finger, place it on 4 of the C, index here on 3 of the E, strum our G, C, and E strings for the word friend. And then there's a little fill at the end. To play this fill, you're going to take your middle finger, slide it up to 5 on the E, 5 on the C. You're going to add your ring finger to 5 on the E. You're going to strum your G, C, and E strings. Then you're going to go back to that previous chord, so middle finger down to 4, index here on 3 of the E. Slide it down 2 frets to 0, 2, 1. Add 3 on the A with the ring. And finish it with a C chord. So here's all of measure 29, 30, and 31 and 32. So you can hear it goes, I'll be there. You've got a friend. At the end there, it's still a fill, but you can play the last few notes a little bit louder just because it's the end. And there you have it. There is the full arrangement of You've Got a Friend. Again, if you'd like to download a PDF of this tab, be sure to check out my Patreon page, linked down below. It's really thanks to my patrons that I'm able to make content for this channel. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like and subscribe for all the YouTube metric stuff. And I look forward to seeing you guys next time for the next tutorial here. Thanks so much.